What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Hippie's Chopper Corner. I had a video that I had planned on dropping for you guys on Sunday, but I lost that footage and I can't get it back. So that video's gone. But I'll get y'all up to speed on what's going on in the shop. And you'll probably see this video Wednesday. And then be on the lookout for Saturday or Sunday. I'm going to drop a video announcing how you can win this bike. My painter guaranteed he could have my fender back to me tomorrow because I had it repainted. I kind of want this bike to be as perfect as it can get, just to be a good old chopper to beat around on. But I had the fender repainted with that king queen seat, had marred it up pretty bad. But we'll announce that Saturday or Sunday, so be on the lookout for that, guys. But anyway, the brake problem I had, here's my brake stay, right? That bolt had backed almost all the way out, and that bolt right there was loose. So my whole brake caliper had movement up and down. However much I've got slotted in the brake stay, that's how much this can move, and it got bound up in there. And thank God it didn't happen long, and I didn't warp that rotor. But that's all fixed. She's full of .5. Had to put a new circuit breaker in it. Tail light's working. I'll try to get that where y'all can see. Brake light, bam. So she's back working again. I've got her on the trickle charger right now. You guys know this ain't the seat that goes on it. Seat that goes on it's this white one over here. She'll go back on it for the big announcement this weekend. Oh yeah, the Evo that I've been building. I know I'm building 2 Evos right now, and I'm pretty close to the same on them, but that's my personal bike. That bike's going to work with me tomorrow because it's got to be, the frame's got to be TIG welded up. So that's where we're at with that one, which is basically this one over here. I know it looks like I'm Springer rich, don't it? But anyway, you're going to see this one get used in just a minute. This one's going to get used in just a minute. That one goes on the bike I'm building. That came off a bike I'm building. There's my motor, there's my transmission with the jockey shift, my primary, my oil bag, rest of that stuff. That's a spare Springer I got. That's a spare Springer I got. They are for sale if you're local. That's a frame and a hardtail kit I got. Not sure what I'm going to do with it because the slab side motor that you guys know I got, that 69 shovel head generator motor, it's going to go in this bike so this bike can be officially titled because I've actually got it registered. I got it insured with that generator motor in it. So, but I'll be done with that motor pretty soon, man. I'm just wanting to get it, go through it, make sure it's right, yada, yada, yada. And then paint head's doing good. But here we are with the customer's build. I've got the frame mocked up. I just got it welded right here across the top. I do have a plug weld in it here that I ground down smooth. I've just got it tacked right here. I got a plug weld here that I ground down, a plug weld here, 2 plug welds over there, and then just a little tack at the joint because I want to get down in that groove with a lot of heat and a TIG welder. Wash that weld. Burn that weld into that slug as well. But I got a bunch of stuff ordered from Prison Supply, TC Bros, and I think Edward Ritchie motorcycle parts. I'm pretty sure it's Edward Ritchie. No, it's not Edward Ritchie. Some freaking company out of China. The belt to chain conversion. I didn't realize I was ordering it from China. So I don't know how long it's going to take to get here, but I need it so I can get the fender in place, get the back wheel in place. I can get the fender set, seat in place. And once I do that, I can pass the fender and the gas tank off to the painter, get this dude to work, get it welded up, get the frame to the powder coater, start putting my customer's bike together. So that's what we're going to do today. So I'll bring y'all back in just a minute. All right, let's get this old party started. Of course, I don't have any water out here. And hope this cough don't get too bad. Now, I had a good video recorded. And it was in my old phone. And I got a new phone. And I transferred service over sooner than I thought. But I could still probably have uploaded that video just off my Wi-Fi. And now I can't find that old phone. So we moved past that. So, but and I told a prison story. Some of you guys seem to like that and ask for more. I mean, I got a bunch of them, you know. Especially where I'm hustling or doing some kind of dope, or, you know, police catching me doing some dope or something. But I want to tell y'all, one, everybody's heard of Brushy Mountain Penitentiary. And it wasn't nothing so fabulous about it other than the fact that James Earl Ray was there. I actually met James Earl Ray. We were at River Bend. He was already in a wheelchair by then. I think he died a couple years after I met him. But if you don't know who James Earl Ray is, he was the man accused of, and I say accused, of killing Dr. Martin Luther King. But anyway, at one time, Tennessee had 4 prisons. Back in the 60s and 70s, they only had, they had Brushy Mountain, they had Fort Pillow. Brushy Mountain's East Tennessee, Fort Pillow's on the Mississippi River in West Tennessee. They had the Turney Center Industrial Prison, which is in only 40 minutes from my house. And they had the main prison, the Walls. And the Walls is a pretty popular prison. It was called Disneyland because it looked like a castle. Kind of looked like Disneyland, but it wasn't Disneyland. They filmed Attica, Against the Wall, Ernest Goes to Jail, The Green Mile. And there's YouTubers that break in there all the time and go explore. The tornado last year tore one of the units down and busted up one of the back walls. But anyway, in Brushy Mountain back in the 80s, the whites and the blacks weren't getting along too well out there, and which that's pretty common in every prison in Tennessee now. But there was 6 guys. They were called the infamous 6, the Brushy Mountain 6. And I can only remember 2 of them's name. And you can YouTube it. Earl Neely, and if any of y'all know Earl Neely, shout out Squirrel. Squirrel Neely, Squirrel's what we call him. He's probably dead now. Or Jack Blankenship, we called him Jumping Jack. And by the time I met Jack, Jack was an old man. So I'm pretty sure Jack's dead. Squirrel might still be alive, although it's been 20 years since I saw Squirrel. But they had told these blacks, you know, you need to quit doing whatever it is you're doing. I don't know what they were doing. I never did ask. But they told them to quit. And I don't think them black fellas listened to them. I don't think they listened. You know, it probably didn't go over well with them. So back in the day, we could get we got packages from home. Our people could send us packages. By the time I went in the early 90s, you could get a food package in December. And then I think every odd month you could get like a clothing package. But, so them guys, Them guys got a 25 automatic smuggled in a can of ham or something. Hell, a guard might have brought that gun in, but they had a gun. And they went down through there and they shot 6 of them black dudes, killed 2 of them. And hell, when Squirrel talked, he talked like it right here. We went down that damn road. He said they was backed up in them cell, boy. They had them mattresses up out there. We just lighted them up, boy. He'll laugh to this day telling you that story, man, about how he killed somebody. Killed 2 of them. But there's news footage of it on YouTube. I've got it saved, but if I posted it in a short, nobody would know what I was talking about. But Squirrel was a young man back then. Well, by the time I met Squirrel, you got to fast forward to 99, 2000, somewhere in there. You know, Squirrel done been down 20, 25 years, I guess. But he got 2 murder charges, aggravated murder, or aggravated attempted murder, whatever. Anyway, he only got 20 years for that. And then he killed 2 more. He killed another black dude at the walls. They had Squirrel down there in the hole. And he said that dude come by. He didn't say dude, but you know. He said it was chow time. Unit guy came by and threw his tray on the floor. And I said, well, what'd you do then, Squirrel? He said, next time I came out, I killed that sumbitch on the floor. And then he killed another dude. I don't remember who it was. And I know he sounded like a cold-hearted killer, but I'm going to tell you what, man, he was a solid dude. Like, if he was on your team, he was on your team. Well, like I said, me and him had made it to an annex at this point. I'd quit acting a fool, got my points down, he got his points down, and we was at a minimum camp with just a 10-foot fence around it, you know. And he liked to go to the yard every Sunday. I didn't care nothing about going to the yard, ball field, yard, whatever you want to call it. He wanted to go out there and throw that damn frisbee every Sunday. I wanted to go back after eating breakfast and go to sleep. Well, it was just like Groundhog Day, y'all. Oh, I mean, it was like Groundhog Day over and over again, every damn day, every Sunday. I mean, it was the same show. He would, this particular joint we was in, it had solid steel doors, had little cutout windows in them. And he was short, he couldn't see through my window. But every Sunday, there'd be a knock at my door. And I wouldn't say nothing, and I'd hear him. He'd be like, Hippie, get your ass up. We're going to the ball field. I'd be like, I don't want to go to the ball field. Throw me the damn key. Because you had a key to yourself. I'd pitch the key and I could slide it right under the door. He'd just let himself in. Aggravate me till I got up and go to the ball field with him. Throw a damn frisbee. We was out there one Sunday morning and we had these tumblers, little white plastic cup, like a red Solo cup, but it was solid plastic. And ice machine in the unit. We'd carry cups of ice out there with us. And my ice cup was empty, so I was going in to get some more. There was a little bit left in it. And I flicked it on Squirrel. And the wind blew. There was this little young white boy sitting on a bench. Had benches out there. If any of y'all has ever been to Wayne County work camp, you know what I'm talking about. Sitting on one of them green benches. He was like this right here, just sitting on a bench, and that water got on his arm. And I seen him look over, he was like, old scowl on his face, you know. Let me tell you, he wasn't in what none of he wasn't no white, he wasn't no cracker nobody, none of us messed with, because he didn't act like no cracker. And y'all know what I'm saying. And I tried to be respectful about it. You know, I'm always gonna give respect till I don't get it back. And I was like, damn, my bad, bro. I said, did I get on you, man? And he didn't even look at me. He was like, yeah. So I was just like, oh, my bad, man. I said, okay. Hair on the back of my neck stood up. Now keep in mind, I done made parole. I done been a parole 7 times. They finally granted me parole. I'm just waiting to get my home plan approved where I can go to the house. I didn't stay out for 5 months, but still, I had 5 months of good time. Having a good time. Well, I went in, I filled up my ice cup, and I came back out, I had my boots on. You know, dude wanted some smoke, he was gonna get some smoke. I damn going home. Like, we're gonna carry this respect all the way to the end. I come out, a Squirrel sitting on the bench with him. Well, I didn't go up to him. I just started doing a lap, you know. I just started busting a lap. And I went around the yard, come back around. When I come back through, squirrel jumped in the car with me. We kept walking. And I like, what you say to him, squirrel? And squirrel wasn't no big old dude neither, man. He was like, nothing. I said, you said something, y'all was over there talking. He said, I just looked at him and told him he didn't look like no goddamn killer to me to keep his damn mouth shut. My whole point of that story was Squirrel knew I was going home and he wanted me to go home, right? He wasn't going to let me fight that dude. Like, dude didn't want no smoke no way, but Squirrel wasn't fixing to let me get caught up. Squirrel was going to get caught up for me. That's what kind of dude Squirrel was. So, now keep in mind, you make your way down to a camp like that, that's a pretty easy time, man. You know, it's a little money on the compound, people hustling, you know, people going out of the joint every day, you know, cutting graveyards and whatever, but it's a hustle, if y'all know what I'm saying. And I'd done been to 3 or 4 main prisons by then, and but I didn't care. You know, send me back behind the gate, whatever, it's on now. We'll do this right in front of the warden if that's what you want to do, but Squirrel wasn't going to let that happen. And I'd come from the Turney Center. I don't know where Squirrel was, but when I'd gone back, this was on my second or third, I went to prison 3 times. This might have been my second trip. I'd done, I don't know, 7, 8 years, I guess, straight on that one. We at the reception center, classification prison, Tennessee used to have 3. They did East Tennessee at Brushy, Middle Tennessee at Cockrell Bend, or Middle Tennessee Reception Center, or it changed name, Charles Bass, and I think they tore it down, I don't think it's there. In Memphis, West Tennessee was in Memphis at Martin Luttrell, which is now a women's prison. And any of you guys that's been down in Tennessee and want to argue with me about it, no, I can tell you, I was there. There was women in the annex while we were there. We were some of the last men to go through there before it completely converted to a women's prison. And anyway, I'm in Nashville again this time. And we're all getting classified. And Tennessee has 4 or 5 prisons that are privately operated by Corrections Corporation of America, CCA. And I vowed I would never go to a CCA prison. I'm going to go to a TDOC prison. And I vowed I'd hit one of these police in the mouth and go to max if that's what I got to do before I go to a CCA ran joint. And so there's about 20 of us getting classified that day. And man, they are sending everybody. Damn. They're sending everybody. They're sending everybody to Hardeman County. And everybody that was in that line with me, shit, where is it? I got a net cup. And damn, they're over there. They was sending everybody to Hardeman County. And there was like 20 of us. And I was probably the only one that had been there, that knew the system. They're all coming out, shaking their head, Hardeman County. Hell, they don't even know what Hardeman County is. They ain't never been. And it's time for me to go in there. And I go in, and I believe it's a classification lady, a unit manager, and maybe a lieutenant. You know, might have been in there too. There's 3 of them generally. Oh my God. Y'all hold on. This ain't easy to do by yourself. Yep. Oh. Sometimes I can do it flawlessly. Sometimes you're going to see me struggle. But anyway, today's classification coordinator in there. And she hollers out Hardeman County. And I said, well, what about Turney Center? And she just looked stunned that I would ask for it, you know. And she said, you Class B medical? And I said, yes, ma'am. She looked over at the lieutenant. She said, I ain't got no problem with you going to Turney Center. You got any problem with you going to Turney Center? He said, I ain't got no problem. She said, all right, Turney Center it is. Man, I walked out of that office. I got to have a little pimp in my step. I ain't going to Hardeman County, I'm going to Turney Center. And let me tell you, Turney Center was a serious joint. I come out and where you going? Where you going? I said, shit, Turney Center? I said, how you do that? I said, shit, I asked for it. You know, closed mouth ain't gonna get fed. Anyway, like I said, Turney Center was a pretty serious joint. And I hadn't been there 2 days maybe. I was still getting settled in. I found out a buddy of mine had some morphine pills. He lived up on top of the hill. I lived in the ghetto. Turney Center was on the side of a mountain, the side of a hill. Units 1 and 2 up here, 3 and 4 down here. And then you had a blacktop in the middle, asphalt area with chow hall, administration, school, chapel, barbershop, all that jazz was up there. Well, it was a controlled movement, so every hour they did a movement call. You had 10 minutes to get and go where you come from. Other than that, you had to have a pass. Well, I shot out that morning, supposed to pick my buddy up on the blacktop and give me a half pill. Man, I got to the top of them steps. I can see across that asphalt. Let me tell y'all what, man. And I'd been down for a minute, right? So I wasn't new to anything. I come up over that hill, and I seen this dude. He had his knee on this dude's chest. He had his hand on his throat like that. I'm gonna tell you what, he had a butcher knife about that big, bone crusher. And he was just running it through that dude, just yak, yak, yak. Just one, I saw about 4 or 5 hits. And man, by the time my brain registered what I was looking at, it took me about 3 or 4 of them right there. As soon as my brain registered what it was, man, I spun around. I shot back down them steps about as fast as I could go. Because I knew it wasn't my business. I wasn't part of it. I didn't need to hang around and see nothing. And I ran down, got me some ice, filled up my cooler with ice, hit the storm man up, got some soup, because I knew we was going to be lying down. Only for a couple of days. That dude survived. They had to life flight him out of there. They let us off lockdown a couple of days later. We come up on that asphalt, and man, there was chunks of there was divots in the asphalt where he had ran that knife all the way through that dude, and the point of it went into the asphalt. I can't tell you how many it was. The story was, dude had turned state's evidence on it. It was his charge partner. And dude turned state's evidence on it, testified against him. Dude got a life sentence while the guy that got stabbed and snitched on him only got 10 years. He told him, he said, I can't go to Turney Center. I got an incompatible there. An incompatible in Tennessee means if somebody ever files one on you, it's a coward move. You can't ever go to a prison they might be at. So it can affect where you're trying to get to. Because somebody pulled a coward move on you. Well, they sent him there anyway. Well, dude found out he was coming. Dude knew he was going to be there. Dude been watching for him. Dude heard he come in on the chain that night. Next morning, they call out. Dude's at the window in the hallway looking out, looking down the step. And they said, man, dude, come up. The 2 units feed into a corridor, then into an open door that lead out in the open, down the sidewalk toward the blacktop. And they said, man, dude, come up behind him and hit him with that knife. And they said, that dude took off running. They said, old boy ran him down, chased him, ran him down to the blacktop, finally run him all the way down. They said, dude was leaking so bad, he fell. And dude got him right there. That's about the time I topped him steps. But yeah, that was my first couple of days at the Turney Center. But thank God I don't live like that no more, guys. I don't have to live like that today because of God and my recovery. 15 years in August, y'all. I get to live this life I live today, which is so much better, you know, than being a convict, a drug addict convict, guys. So God bless everybody out there in the struggle of addiction right now. There is a better way out. If you don't believe me, just call the AA hotline or the NA hotline. They'll help you out. They can help this old alcoholic addict out. They can help you out too. Let me put y'all on pause. I don't want this video to get too awful long. All right. I got her stable now. I wish she won't fall over on me. Like I said, I'm waiting on packages to come. I got the seat pan. I might have ordered an already done seat and see how it works on this one. I hope I didn't waste my money, but I know I got a fender, chain conversion, handlebars, quite a few things. I didn't order a fender mount. I didn't order the mount. I want to make my sissy bars because I'm not going to cut my own mounts out this time. I want to buy the prepaid mounts, but I got to bend the sissy bar up. But we'll get to all that when the time comes. The time ain't here right now, so for now, we're going to go with this. Let's see. Let me go up or down. Stand up. No, front needs to go up or down. All right. It can be a little aggravating sometimes, guys. Let's see if that's enough. Pretty close. We're getting there. Get a little pressure off. That's probably enough to get it on now. You gotta line that next stem up, or your nut will go down there. Ain't gonna run it too tight. Tight enough. Good enough. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna run these hurricane bars. My customer, he don't like them. They're too wide. He wants straight up. Old school 8s like I got on the David Man bike, so I got a set of 16s coming for this. So I got handlebars, fender, chain conversion. Some of the main stuff I need to do some serious mock-up on this one. Although I do like these hurricane bars, the guy that's paying me to build this bike don't like them, so it's all about what he likes, not what I like. That looks pretty good. We'll see what y'all think here in a little bit. There we go. There we go. That's about right height. She's a little high, but we'll see how she looks in a minute. Man, we're pushing 30 minutes, guys. I'm trying to keep my videos down at around 30 minutes for y'all. But Just a little bit more mock-up to do. This one's gonna be pretty easy to mount. I'm gonna drill a hole right through. I'm not gonna cut these off. I'm gonna drill a hole right through there, and I'm gonna drill a hole through the backbone, I think. Drill a hole right through there. Drill a hole right through there, and there's the tank. So really I just need to drill a couple of holes for the tank. We can put a seat on it, see how she looks with a seat on her. Maybe not this particular seat, because he wants a king queen seat. But honestly, I kind of dig that seat on it. I don't really have a fender to put on it. Not one that we would use anyway. That right there. Hang on. I got a piece of a fender anyway. We're not going to run this fender. This is a rib fender I had, but my God, it's cheap. What is that, like 20 gauge steel? Can't even look at sissy bar of that. I mean, that's pretty close to how she's gonna look, everybody. Hang on a minute. All right, guys. This video's already ran a little longer than I wanted to, but hell, I just can't quit, man. I want to get this mock-up done. Gotta send my customer a picture. It won't look exactly like this, but it'll be damn close, man. And before anybody says all your bikes look the same, yeah, they do, man. I'm into one style. I build what I like. That's why this dude's paying me good money to build him a bike that looks like the ones I build. The new thing that I'm doing is low handlebars on that one, solo seat on this one. Or no, I'll do a king queen on this, but a solo seat on that one, low handlebars on that one, change that one up a little bit, put a Mustang style gas tank on it. And I hate to give that bike away in a raffle, but I need the money more than I need that bike right now, because I get that one finished up. I got nowhere to put, 4 of my own choppers in here. But y'all see, man, I'm constantly bikes in and out, That'd be, so if I don't get rid of that one, by the time I get that one built, that's 4 choppers. I got that one over there I need to start building with that slab side motor. That's 5 in here again. I gotta get these numbers down. I can't afford the insurance. Fucking upkeep on all of them. Tags, that's a one-time purchase for an antique tag, but insurance, batteries, all that crap, man. Tell you what, these Evo motors are a lot easier to put in than a shovel head motor. Guarantee you that. There it is, guys. Oh, there it is. About how she's gonna look when she's done. I did order mid pegs for it. I got the mounts. So I got that. So I need a fender mount. I need a sissy bar mount, which I still got to build the sissy bar. That sissy bar goes to the bike I'm building. That's right. I need a tail light, fender mount, sissy bar mount, throttle cable. I want to say that's all left I got to order, man. And that's cool because I'm getting like to the top of my budget that I set for him. So I got to be able to get all these parts bought for that, and then hopefully what I get for the parts I took off this bike, I can pay for the paint. But damn, I'm gonna hate to get rid of this bike. Man, I like that right there, boy. Damn. That's going to be a tough one, y'all, but I ain't got no choice. I got to get rid of this one. Hell, the man's paid for it. It sure is easy to build one of these with extra money. But I still feel a connection to it, you know what I mean? Of taking his vision or ideas of what he wants with my taste and trying to talk him into what I think is best. And yeah, man. That's gonna sit good. He's gonna like this bike. Yes, sir. I got a trick paint job coming up for it. But actually, guys, y'all know that white seat goes on this bike. Okay, there it is. That's kind of how she's gonna look. Anyway, somebody's calling me. And when I'm recording, I can't answer. But anyway, if you guys hadn't gone over and checked out my brother Slick at Slick Head Custom Cycles, please take a minute to do so. If you like my channel, you like what I'm doing, you gotta like what he's doing. He's got a stable of choppers, antique originals, slab side shovel head original. He's got an original pan head. I think he's got a 58 pan head original, a 67 or a 68 slab side shovel head that's in original condition. Got a 1940 UL iron head choppers. He got an original iron head Triumph chopper. He's got a lot of bikes. So take a minute, go check him out. And then go check out my buddy up in Canada, up in the Great White North. It's about time. Ralph. And it's my time, let's go. Phenomenal mechanic, phenomenal machinist. He's building a badass bobber right now that he calls Margaret. I'm in love with the build so far. So y'all go check both of them out. And while we're at it, check out Saddle Tramp at Saddle Tramp TV. And check out AJ over at Chopular Mechanics on YouTube. And not to forget to mention, one of my sponsors, James Cycle Supply. You can find him on YouTube and Instagram. James Cycle Supply. He built them badass bars going on that bike. He built that badass hand shifter for me. So y'all go check all them out. To all my subscribers, hello. As of this moment, which is Monday night, I'm 33 subscribers away from 10,000, folks. And I'm hoping between now and by the time this video airs, we're at 10,000. So I'm gonna try to air this live on Wednesday at a premiere where I can communicate in real time with y'all in the chat room. And hopefully, man, we're talking about we hit 10,000, guys. We did it, us. So, anyway, be on the lookout next Saturday or Sunday for the video about the white chopper raffle. It'll be 100 tickets at $100 a ticket. I'm only going to sell them for maybe 120 days, maybe 90 days. If I hadn't sold them all within 90 days, I'm probably going to draw for it, give it away, and take a loss on it, and I'll learn from my mistakes not to do that until I'm at 50,000 subscribers. If I ever get to 50, who knows? But anyway, thank you all for tapping in. I appreciate y'all. If you like what you see me do, please take a minute and just stop and hit that subscribe button. 70% of y'all watching aren't subscribed to this channel. Please do so. I should say that early in my video, but I forget. Not to mention that my views and comments are my views and comments from Hippie's Chopper Corner. They are in no way related to any outside affiliations I have outside of this shop, work, or personal. They're Hippie's Chopper Corner views and statements. Those are mine. So tune in next week for more of this sketchy chopper shit at Hippie's Chopper Corner, home of the sketchy chopper, where we keep them sketchy all the time. And Ralph, home of the stock frame killer.